OK, it's time for Farage to Farage. 5 people are going to ask me questions. All I know are their Christian names. I've no idea what they're going to ask. Take it away, Charles.
Do you think it's time that small businesses are helped, not hindered, by all the regulations and taxes?
Charles, there are 5.5 million people, men and women, running little businesses, some with limited companies, some as sole traders. From the 1st of April this year, they are going to be faced with no change to IR35 rules. For those that pay themselves dividend, their taxes will go up. Nobody on either front bench understands anything about small business. All the influences on them come from the big global corporates. I've run small businesses myself. I actually think that our small business folk are now some of the most put upon people. The point about Brexit was to make life easier for small businesses by getting rid of excessive regulation. Charles, I'm really angry about it.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah, I am.
Do you feel either party represents you?
No, nobody does. It's sort of regulations are the worst part of it, I think.
I read a thing the other day that, you know, the average small business, the man or woman running that small company will spend 25% of their week just dealing with bureaucracy. No, Charles, I'm with you, and we as a channel want to be champions of small business.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking. Susan.
Hi, Nigel.
Good evening.
Do people who come to this country get the same benefits as people born in this country? If so, why and who implemented this policy?
Well, we have a welfare state that is non-contributory. That's part of the problem. But I think what you're putting your finger on, Susan, is a feeling in the country that you can just come in here as a fit young male. You can get not just health care, but dental care. I mean, who can get an NHS dentist, you know? You get dental care, accommodation, help of all kinds. A couple of years down the line, you might get rights of family reunion, when a lot of people here feel that, frankly, they're not getting looked after particularly well. I mean, in fact, in many cases, I joked about dentists, but they can't even get a GP appointment. So I think there is a sense of unfairness. And I think that sense of unfairness isn't just shared by those that have lived here for generations. A lot of people whose families have come legally to Britain. If you want to come as a legal immigrant now, it's time-consuming, there's a test to pass, it costs money. Now, I think that's right. I think coming to live in this country and ultimately getting a British passport should be a prize. There should be a cost attached to it. But if you come here legally and you see down the street people who've come here illegally with the same rights as you, you're going to be angry too. So this is about what is fair and proper. And yet, if you dare raise your voice in public and say this, they'll shout you down and call you nasty names. I mean, is that roughly your take on it, or do you see it differently to me?
Yeah, it's definitely the take on. You don't say anything anymore. You don't ask. You don't ask.
No.
I just wonder who implemented this policy, because somebody must have said, we give everybody a...
Oh, successive politicians, and one of the people, of course, who's been so pro all of this is Keir Starmer, who may well become our next Prime Minister. And even though I'm not very happy with the Conservatives, I can't see much progress under Labour, but there we are. Susan, thank you very much indeed. Let's go on to Norman. Norman, hello.
Good evening, Nigel. Does the defeat on yesterday's vote signal the start of the Remainers' plot to take us back into the EU?
Well, the Remainers' plot started at about 3 o'clock in the morning on the 24th of June 2016, because they never accepted the result. You know, how dare you, you dreadful unwashed peasants, do things that are different to the way that we think. Do you remember that all of us that voted Brexit, we were all knuckle-dragger, Neanderthals? I mean, the whole thing was absolutely appalling, and successive attempts to stop it happening, to have another referendum, and, you know, and in my case, when I set the Brexit Party up to fight that European election, the North East, top score in the whole country we got was here in the North East. Yeah. People just saying, we have had enough of this. I worry that basically the globalists are back in charge of the Conservative Party. Back to Charles's question, the influences now on the Conservatives are big business. Big business doesn't really believe in the nation state. It's not very interested in that kind of thing. So I worry about the direction we're going in. The rebellion was pitifully small. I don't think there's going to be any reversal of our membership of the European Union, no. But I think we're going to fail to take the benefits of it. And I think the more Northern Ireland is tied in to EU rules, the more fearful they'll be of the rest of us. breaking away from EU rules. Disappointing, Norman. An 80-seat majority. 11 of those seats that were won here in the North East, and they've done absolutely nothing with it. Disappointing. It won't be reversed, but it may be many years before we feel the full benefits.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you very much indeed, Norman. Let's go to John. John, hello.
Good evening, Nigel. First past the post voting disadvantages the small parties. Do you think the small parties should amalgamate and use their best talent and elect a high-profile leader, and then at the next general election, they...
Subtle as a brick, John, aren't you? But go on. Yeah.
And then at the next general election, they may get enough MPs to get Brexit done properly?
Well, Brexit does need to be done properly, and for me, Brexit is not saying, oh, goodness gracious me, will that judge in Strasbourg let us do what we want to do? That is not taking back control of our borders. There is a momentum in the country now for a change to the voting system. The first past the post system may well have worked 100 years ago. It's out of date now. It doesn't let people express a much wider range of views. It leaves millions of people just completely unrepresented in Parliament. Keir Starmer's Labour Party at their last party conference voted for proportional representation, or a degree of proportionality. I think we desperately need to update our institutions. We need some proportionality in the voting system. And as for the House of Lords, just being stuffed full of the mates of retiring prime ministers, I think the whole thing is obscene. So I'm all for big modernisation. As and when that happens, well, we'll see what happens then.
Thank you, Nigel.
All right, thank you. And finally, James. Hi.
Hi, Nigel. What's your opinion on Kanzak UK, and do you think this is a good model for the future of Brexit Britain?
Kanzak?
Kanzak UK.
Yeah, well, look, I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's a great idea. I think it's...
We've got some friends out there around the world.
Yeah, we've got a shared culture, we've got a shared head of state, we've got a shared history, and speak the same language, and I feel like it's more of a better fit for us than it is the EU.
You see, it's interesting you say that, but I'm actually thinking more broadly than that. You know, yes, of course, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and the States to a large extent. There is a very, very strong shared culture, shared history. But actually, I think Kanzak's too narrow. I think there are so many other countries in the world, in the Commonwealth, again, with whom we've got shared history, shared culture. And again, I'm back to what Brexit was about. It was never about being small-minded little Englanders. It was about recognising our place in our unique place in the world. So, look, I'm all for sensible trade deals. I'm not against Kanzak, but I actually think we should be more ambitious. Many parts of the Commonwealth have the fastest growing economies in the world. I'm thinking bigger than just Kanzak. Thank you very much indeed, James. OK, in a moment.